everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, what's up? My name is Sharon and I am the filthy legacy Nia main with over 7k hours on Dead by Daylight. On this channel we mainly do DBD game guides, perk guides, montages and more. I hope you're excited to watch my videos and stick around. Today's video is gonna be an awesome video. It's gonna be the very first perk guide video on this channel. I'm gonna give you guys 8 reasons as to why you should be using this perk, especially when you're a solo queue survivor. If you think about it, 8 reasons is actually crazy for one perk, as many perks have only one reason to use it, or none at all because they are trash. This perk, currently in 2021 DBD, is the best solo queue perk on the DBD market, and truthfully, I don't see that ever changing. Are you ready to find out which perk it is, and all the reasons as to why this perk is so good? Let's get started. Alright, before we get started with the 8 reasons as to why this perk is so good, perhaps I should reveal which perk it is first. Now I know this doesn't come as a shocker to some of you, but the perk that I will go above and beyond for is... Kindred! Kindred is such an amazing perk, and want to know the best facts of Kindred already that is not included into the 8 reasons why you should use this perk? It's not a teachable perk. It doesn't belong to anyone. This means that you don't need to spend money on to buy a character for Kindred, or grind a lot of shards to unlock a survivor for free, or even wait God knows how long for Kindred to appear on the shrine. The only thing that you need to do is grind some blood points, level up the blood web of the survivor that you want Kindred on, and keep leveling until it appears in your blood web. Now let's pull up Kindred description first and read through it so we know exactly what we're dealing with. Kindred. Very rare perk. Unlocks potential in one's aura reading ability. While you are on the hook, all the survivors' auras are revealed to each other. If the killer is within a 16-meter range, the killer's aura is revealed to all the survivors. Whilst a survivor other than yourself is on a hook, all the survivors' auras are revealed to you. If the killer is within a 16-meter range of the hook survivor, the killer's aura is revealed to you. Now we have read the description of Kindred, let's start with all the reasons as to why Kindred is great. Of course, we're gonna start off with the 2 points that Kindred's description is mentioning. Number 1. Kindred will greatly reduce the chance of you dying on the hook or entering on the second stage without being saved. In the first part of Kindred's description, it mentions that when you are on the hook, every survivor sees each other's aura, and the killer's aura if the killer is within a 60-meter range of your body. Without Kindred, the survivors don't see each other's auras, and because of the lack of communication between solo queue survivors, it's more likely that no one is gonna save you off the hook because they assume someone else will. I think most of us have experienced this many times, and if you haven't, I'm sorry, but you probably will. So this is basically where Kindred shines and is extremely useful in. Now Kindred of course won't guarantee that this will never happen, but it will severely reduce the chances that it will happen, which is more fun for you because you get to play the game, and more useful for your teammates because they have another person on the playfield. Number 2. Kindred will assist you in making better calls on whether to save or not. Let's face it, how many times did a teammate die on hook because you thought that someone else was helping, but no one actually did? Or you even saw a teammate running towards the hook, so you assumed everything would be fine, but in reality, the survivor got caught out by the killer and cannot make the save. Typically, if you don't have Kindred, you will realize too late that no one is going for the save, causing that survivor to go into the second state of the hook, or even die. With Kindred, this won't really happen anymore, because it will allow you to see whether someone is going for the unhook and whether they got caught out by the killer by tracking their movements. Now from here on, the next 6 reasons are not mentioned on Kindred, but are extremely useful, amazing, and so worth knowing. Number 3. Kindred is a time management perk. Don't you hate it when you're running towards the hook survivor, planning to save them, that midway through your run, or even right in front of you, someone else unhooks them? I know I do. Not only is it super annoying because you don't get the unhook points, you also wasted a lot of time that could have been spent on a generator or literally anything else. With Kindred, this typically won't happen anymore, because either you see someone run towards the hook straight away, making it so you can continue doing whatever you are doing, or you start running, see someone who's closer run as well, and you can run back to the generator, wasting less time than you would have without Kindred. Therefore, managing your time better. Number 4. You can see which direction the killer is going from the hook. Now obviously, killers can change the direction after you see them run one way, but often it's safe to assume that the killer will keep going to the direction you saw them go. Now if you're on a generator and you see the killer not going towards you, you can safely continue working on your generator. And if you see the killer walking towards the direction that you are located, this makes it easier for you to decide what your next step is gonna be. You can start finding a good hiding spot, so when the killer does come, perhaps they won't find you, making it so you can get safely back on the generator and you don't have to run the killer around. Or you can start looking around, already figuring out where your pallets and loops are located, so when the killer does arrive, you feel less stressed and know where you can run to. And perhaps when the generator is close to finishing, you can commit on the generator to avoid your gen from getting weaseled or getting regressed in general. If I know how to use Kindred efficiently in this situation, that will save me a lot of stress and help me a lot with my survival. Number 5. Using Kindred to determine where the killer is located without his aura being shown. When a survivor is getting chased and your Kindred is active, you can use it as your personal killer tracker. It's typically easy to see by the survivor movements whether they're getting chased, because you see them running, circling around the same area, indicating that they're looping, and their aura will show if they're vaulting or dropping pallets down. Using your Kindred like this will help you know which direction you shouldn't go towards if you want to avoid the killer. Or if you know the survivor that is getting chased is dead on hook, you can go there to take the aggro and make it so your survivor will last longer in the game. Also, knowing where a survivor is looping typically means they're using resources in that area. Knowing this makes it so you can actively decide not to run into that direction, potentially avoiding a dead zone and living longer in a chase. Number 6. Kindred is your personal healing guide. As someone who doesn't use self-care, Kindred comes in handy when I do want to heal. Anytime a survivor is on the hook and I know there's enough time in the game, I go to a survivor that I see with Kindred, asking them to heal me. Using Kindred as your personal healing guide is not only helpful for yourself when you desire a heal, but also makes it that you can see other hurt survivors which you can decide to help heal up. Especially in the end game, using Kindred like this can come in clutch, when for example a survivor is hooked and getting camped. If I or a teammate were hurt and not being able to heal up, we wouldn't be able to help the hook survivor, meaning that either the survivor dies or a teammate has to pull a far more riskier save by themselves, which can either result into hook trading or both of them going down. So being able to get a heal and or heal other survivors means that you and other people can help with the unhooking, typically giving a better result than if someone has to do it by themselves. Number 7. Gen management. At the beginning of the game, it isn't a bad idea to have each survivor on a different generator, as this creates more pressure for the killer. But as the game goes on and the map becomes more empty regarding to pallets, you typically would want to team up with your teammates to push out the last generator or two. When someone gets hooked and you haven't started on a generator yet, or you're just about to finish your generator, with Kindred's help, instead of starting an entire new generator by yourself, you can go to your teammate's generator, helping them and getting the generator quicker up, giving you and your teammate a better chance of survival. Here, let me give you an example of this scenario. In this clip, there is one generator left in the match, and someone is on the hook making my Kindred active. I start working on a generator that has no progression on it whatsoever, until I see someone with my Kindred working on a different generator. I decide that I'd rather run towards her, as she is more likely further on the generator and the killer is camping anyways, so I don't have to worry about running into him or him pressuring all the generators as he's staying in one location. This way, me and the fellow survivor on the generator combine our forces and speed, making it so we get the generator up quicker, giving us a better chance of escaping. And last but not least, number 8, assessing the hook situation better. Unhooking a survivor when the killer is camping is a difficult task and sometimes not even worth it. Kindred will help you decide whether you should or shouldn't unhook, and whether you should do it by yourself, can do it by yourself, or you need your other teammates with it. For example, if the killer has no one or is an insta-down killer like Baba or Billy and they're camping, it's sometimes better to not just save and do a generator instead. If it is a killer without Noed or an insta-down and they're face camping, you will need help from a fellow survivor if you don't want a hook trade. Kindred will allow you to try and get your teammates with you to pull off the save. I've recorded a little video that shows you exactly what I mean. Am I surprised he's face camping? No. Do I think we can really do something about this? Maybe. Only if she helps. She needs to take a hit and then I can unhook. Need you to take a hit. Not a hook, a hit. I need you to take a hit. I need you to take a hit. I need you to take a hit. Yes, thank you. Appreciate it. Should have turned on the pellets! Oh my god. Alright. That works. Good job, Elodie. Well done. Good job. I probably wouldn't have tried to pull off a save by myself because I knew that would have ended up with me hook trading. Kindred made it possible for us to pull off that save. Not only will Kindred help you assess in these situations, it also helps you when a killer decides to patrol the hook. You can often see a pattern in killers patrolling, and if they patrol very tightly or loosely. And even if you see a survivor trying to lure the killer away, all of this can help you find the perfect timing to unhook the hooked survivor. Being able to use Kindred like this will often help you pull off better saves and help you die less during attempts that you probably shouldn't have tried in the first place. Alright, that was the last reason I have for you guys. I gave you 8 reasons as to why Kindred is an amazing solo queue perk. Have I managed to convince you to use it? I really hope so, as this is an amazing perk. If not, then you're out of your goddamn mind. Or perhaps you just value other perks more, which honestly is okay too. In the end, everyone has different preferences and playstyles, and some perks will just work better with you than other perks. Regardless, I hope with all this information you at least give Kindred a proper chance or suggest it to your fellow friends who might find it more valuable than you. And that is the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. Make sure to check out my other YouTube videos if you haven't already. And now, we arrived at the part that every YouTuber asks you to do. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe to this channel. See y'all next video. Bye!